Please mute yourselves. Okay, now the trouble is, we should not be hearing you. Yeah. We've gone live on YouTube. Okay. Fine. Good evening to all of you. Oh, it's echoing. It's echoing on YouTube. No, I need to deal with that. Sorry. Good evening, everybody. Let's start from the beginning.
Good evening.
And what do you expect is going to happen in today's session? I said, I'm going to tell you how to up your life. Now, the word up has a very positive connotation. It indicates that we are going to rise higher or go to a higher level in whatever we are doing in our lives. So let us see how we can up our life. Can you all see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So what we are going to do is, the first thing, first way we have to start if we want to make our lives go up to a higher level is we have to know how not to screw up our life. Agreed? Everybody agreed on that? Raise your thumb if you agree with me. Show me a thumbs up if you agree with me. But what screws us up is not what is actually happening. It is what we think is happening. So it is the picture in our own head which is telling us this is how life should be. And when it's not happening that way, we think our lives are screwed up. So what are the other things that we can do to really mess up our lives? Are you waiting for the right moment to take action for your dream? See, I'm sure one of you said that I am a sort of housewife. Why do you have to feel shy or even apologize for being a housewife? Being a housewife, in my opinion, takes a lot of capability. So don't apologize for your life. Don't wait for the right moment to come. After my child grows up, after I do this, after this happens, after that happens, when I'm 18 years old, when I'm 25 years old. But don't wait. When you're waiting for the right moment to take actions for any dream that you have, you are beginning to screw up your life. Now, when something bad happens in your life, if you keep thinking you're a victim and just keep complaining, then also you'll screw up your life. Now, we had one person in the group say that she's a survivor of breast cancer. I am a survivor of rectum cancer. So if both of us kept thinking of ourselves, oh, I had cancer, I'm a victim, everybody should sympathize with me, everybody should do things for me, everybody should show me extra consideration, and we keep on complaining about everything, if we behave like that, we are only going to screw up our own lives. Instead, both she and I are very happy that we are okay now, and we are very positive in our attitude. Another way to screw up your life is to regret everything in your life. All the time you feel, I am not pretty enough, I am not fair enough, my nose is crooked, I am not capable enough, I'm technologically challenged. I am, but I still keep going. You see? So if you regret all the time, if you say, I can't do this, this thing, if you feel all your inadequacies and if you're always coming from a place of lack and you regret all the time and you keep on feeling bad all the time, that's a sure way to mess your life up. So if you get a job, if you're doing in a job, if many of you are in a job, and if it's a job that you don't like, and you decide, it is my fate, it is my destiny, I have to stay in this job till the day I die. See, one of the group said already that she was a dentist, but she took time off for her children. Now she's got back to work. That's perfectly all right. Because at that time, managing the children and managing the job was challenging. So do what is suitable for you. So do the job that you enjoy. If you're with someone whom you don't even like, I'm married to him, so I have to put up with this. Excuse me. Hello? No, I'm in a meeting. I'm in a meeting. Right. So if you're living a life with someone whom you don't even like, you're afraid to be divorced, you're in an unhappy marriage, the husband is abusing you, there is no point because you're screwing your own life up. If you take everything for granted, believe that everybody should keep doing more and more and more for you, that also is going to mess up your life. If you stay with people who don't value you, who don't think, even are not even showing consideration to you, that also is going to mess your life up. So the first up that we have to pay attention to is how not to screw up our life. So starting point is, even if you can't elevate your life, don't voluntarily go mess up your life. The other thing is, don't give up. Because sometimes you'll be very close to your goal when you give up. You'll be working so hard, you'll be getting to the goal, getting to the goal, getting to the goal. But when you come somewhere close to the goal, you don't even realize the goal is just one crack away. By then you give up. So the next up is, don't give up, don't quit. Now we go to the next up. Understand that 80% of success in the world is when you show up. Now, what do you mean by showing up? Now, let us say that, let us take this meeting itself. If you're interested, some 9 or 10 people had evinced their interest in the group. They registered, but they have not showed up. So how are they going to get the benefit of this if they don't show up? So in your life also, it is very important for you to show up. So when we say you must show up, people think that it should look like this. People think that when every day if you have to show up, you have to show up like this. In 100% you have to show up like that. But actually in reality, showing up means showing up as much as you possibly can, but every single day. One day you may be in full form. One day you may not be so good. Your body may not, for instance, I sometimes, if my bowel interferes, sometimes I'm at this stage 2. Some days I feel much better, but I'm not 100% fine. Some days are better than these days, but they're not fully normal. So we go between all this. But the point is, you have to show up every day in whatever level you can. So when you set a goal in front of you, when you say, I want this in my life, I want joy, I want happiness, I want to become this, I want to do this, you have to set yourself the target of showing up in that role. Now, as a mother, many of you here are married, you have children. Supposing you did not show up every single day in your life for your family, what would have happened to the family? There would have been days when you didn't feel, you didn't want to get out of bed. There would have been days when you were sick. There would have been days when you were having a terrible headache. There would have been days when you were dead tired. But you showed up every day. So 80% of success in anything is showing up. No matter what anyone says, you show up and do the work that you have committed yourself to you. If they praise you, show up and do the work. If they criticize you, show up and do the work. Just keep showing up and doing the work. And when you do that, you become a leader. You lead the way. The next thing is we have to learn how to clean up our act. Now, what are the other words for cleaning up? It means improving. It means reforming. It means shaping up, getting it together, turning over a new leaf, pull your socks up, get up and do the job. It means cleaning up your act. Now, what is important about cleaning up your act is that at all times you behave in a way that is more acceptable. Acceptable to you, acceptable to those around you, and you are doing your best, you're showing up. You're not able to do 100% every day, but you do whatever you can on a daily basis. The next up, you have to level up your life. Now, what does leveling up your life mean? It means you have to sit down, look at your current level. Where are you now? How are you now? Do you like what is happening with you now? Do you want to change anything? And if you want to change anything, what is the next level that you want to change into? What does it look like? What is it that you want to achieve? And understand that you may be at level 1. And whatever you want, you may want a lot, but you cannot go from level 1 to level 10. You have to take one step at a time. So leveling up means focusing on what we want next and taking one step at a time to go towards that goal, from where you are to where you want to be. So you have to identify what you need to do to go to the next step. You don't need to now identify what you need to do to go to step number 9 or 10. When you reach 8, you think about 9. When you reach 9, you think about 10. Now you only have to identify what you need to do to go to the next step. And when you're doing this, don't compare yourself. Either with somebody will be in a lower step, somebody will be in a higher step. So don't compare yourself with either the person below or the one on top. Then buckle up and sit down and take action. Do what needs to be done. And while you're doing what needs to be done, no matter how small the effort you have made, if you have achieved a goal, even in a small way, even 1%, reward yourself, celebrate those little wins. And don't stop. You may be in level 1 and you reach level 2. Don't stop at level 2. Keep on leveling up till you reach the highest possible version of yourself. So that way, you keep growing throughout your life. You're focusing on your personal development every day of your entire life. So we have to keep leveling up all through our lives. The next up is to stand up for your truth. See, all of us, people will bully us. And if we keep our mind sufficiently open, they'll throw a lot of rubbish into it. People will take advantage of us. They will exploit us. They will manipulate us. But sometimes we find it very hard to stand up for our own truth. But understand that the more and more that you stand up for your own needs and for your own integrity and for your own authenticity, your own core values, it will develop like a muscle. So the more you exercise it, the stronger it will get. So have the courage to stand up for what you believe in, what is your truth. And stand up for what you believe in even if it means you have to stand alone. Sometimes the whole world will be against you. But if you strongly believe that it is something good for you or for someone else or for the world, don't bother about what other people say or think. Just stand up for your truth. Because if you don't stick to your values, there'll be a lot of temptations in life. If you don't stick to your values, especially when they're being tested, you don't call them values. They're just a hobby. You temporarily, you do that. Then after that, you don't really follow it up. So values are very core inside, deep-rooted core values. So you must be willing to stand up for what you believe in. The next, all of us are waiting all our lives. Life is waiting. Where are you? We don't know where we are. Life is waiting to get started by you, but you're not even getting started. So next up is to start up your life. If you're sitting and wondering, what should I do? Why should I do it? I'll wait for this, I'll wait for that. Please stop waiting. Stop in this waiting game. Stop waiting for the right time. Stop waiting for the right moment. Stop waiting for the right everything. Because there is no right time. The right time is the moment you decide to start. So make today the day that you decide to start, to up your life. Then the other up is that you need to be able to decorate your life. See, your life can be like a beautiful work of art, or it can be one messy, scribbly, scrawly, some rubbish kind of thing. It's up to you. It is your choice. So you can paint your life in the most beautiful way by living it and enjoying it. So the most important thing in life is to enjoy your life, for you to be happy. That's what Audrey Hepburn says. All that matters is for you to be happy. When you do that, you automatically, you make your life a beautiful piece of art. The next is light up your life. How do you light up your life? You light up your thoughts, speed up your action, step up your first step, twist up your version. So elevate yourself in all these ways. So to light up your life, start thinking positive thoughts, start taking action. I told you, move from step 1 to step 2. Once you reach step 2, move to step 3. Keep moving, keep twisting up your version more and more and more till you become the grandest, most beautiful, greatest version of yourself, which, let me assure you, that work will go on till the day you die. So every day you can improve yourself from what you were yesterday. And understand that when you see the spark of light in your own life, use that light to illuminate the world, to illuminate the lives of others. This is a quote by Oprah Winfrey. And all of you know the wonderful work that she does, where she is lighting up lives all over the world. So if you feel lit up, spread that light. I always say, be like a oil lamp, burn in your own flame, and spread the light to other lamps as well. Now, most of us go through life as if it's a burden. We endure our lives. We are not enjoying our lives. But if you want to enjoy your life, you have to spice up your life. And how do you spice up your life? A lot of laughter. Sorry. You have to stay curious. There are so many things in the world we can stay curious about. Stay hungry. Want to know more, want to do more, want to enjoy more. Stay foolish. It doesn't matter if some of the things that you like or do are silly. The brain loves novelty. So when you give it a lot of novelty and a lot of variety, the brain is a very happy structure. Bring adventure into your life. Take a few risks. Do some silly things. It's okay. Laugh out loud. Make sure that somewhere every day you find an opportunity to laugh. Laugh at your own self. Laugh at your stupidity sometimes, at the foolish things that we do. And that is the way to spice up your life. Now, how do we up our life? I've given you what all you have to do. You have to show up. You have to light up. You have to spice up. You have to do all of those ups. You should not give up and you should not screw up. So how do you start making an up of your life? Decide to change your life now. The day you decide to change your life, then no one can stop you, not even your own fear and anxiety. So if you decide from this moment on, I am going to be a happy person, I'm going to enjoy my life to the maximum, you just have to make the decision right now. Understand that when we are trying to improve our lives, when we are trying to up our lives, you will have to come out of your comfort zone, because there is a little bit of discomfort in order to do that. See, when you want, if you're a cancer survivor, for instance, if you want to stop being like a victim, it takes a little trouble. It's not comfortable coming out of the comfort zone. But you decide to do it and you do it, and then you become very comfortable in the new role. So life begins at the end of your comfort zone. So come out of the comfort zone, be ready. It's not going to be easy when I'm trying to change my life, but I'm willing to embrace that discomfort. You'll be able to do that better if you identify within you why you have made a decision to change your life. What made you change? See, maybe the cancer was a turning point. Maybe that made you want to change your life. Maybe some ambition was a turning point. Maybe you had this burning desire, like I had this burning desire to become a doctor. So somewhere, something could have been a turning point which made you want to change your life. Try and stop and analyze and identify why you wanted to change your life. Define. Once you decided why you want to change your life and you know you want to change your life, define the changes that you want to make. Understand that if you want to make these changes, you have to change your thinking. If you're going to be thinking in victim mode, you will remain a victim. If you're thinking in surviving mode, you'll be a survivor. If you're thinking in thriving mode, you'll thrive. If you're thinking in inspiring mode, you'll inspire others and yourself. Because your thoughts create your reality. So practice positive thinking. Act the way you want to be, not the way you are now. Imagine that is the kind of person I want to be. I want to be that positive, happy, cheerful person. So start behaving that way. They say fake it till you make it. So start behaving in that wonderful way in which you want to be. And then you'll soon become the way you act. So start acting the way you want to be. Identify. There may be many things which are holding you back. Identify. Stop and think. What are your blockages? What is holding you back? Who is holding you back? Do you need to make changes in that? Is there some habit you have which is preventing you from progressing? So identify what could be holding you back. The best way to improve our lives is to find any one thing and focus on it. In fact, I often teach in my group coaching programs that for the year, every year, set a one-word theme. The one-word theme, for instance, for 1 year could be confidence. It could be courage. It could be joy. It could be, I have taken for 2023, contentment. I want to be content with whatever I'm doing, whether it is my health, my wealth, my coaching, my teaching, my eating, my sleeping, my exercise. I want to feel content when I do it. So focus on one significant change and call it a keystone habit, which you want to conquer. Now the keystone is this middle stone. If you remove that, this whole thing will fall apart. So if you have a keystone habit, you've got one bad habit which is preventing you from progressing. Try and work on that one habit. Like, for instance, I'm coaching somebody. His habit was he was waking up at 8:30 in the morning. And then he felt that he had no time for anything because he was working from home and he had to start working at 9 o'clock. So what is the one bad habit that he has to change? He has to wake up earlier. Within 2 weeks of one-to-one coaching, he is now waking up at 6:30. And once he wakes up at 6:30, he is able to spend 10, 15 minutes writing the gratitude journal. He's able to do 45 minutes of yoga. And he's able to spend 20 minutes writing his journal. And he still has time to spare after all this. So he has started making the good habits in utilizing that time. So that is the one keystone habit. By just waking up earlier, in him, he was able to bring in all the other good habits. When you set a goal, make sure that your goal is smart. It has to be a specific goal. It should be something you can track. It has to be measurable. It should be something which is achievable. Don't make one unrealistic. Say, supposing I want to make more money this year, and I say I want to make 50 crores by December 2023. In my kind of work, making 50 crores by December 2023 is impossible. It's a stupid goal. Maybe I can aim for 1 crore. That may be doable. So it's an attainable goal. Make it realistic and set a time. Within this time, I will achieve this. So if you set a smart goal, you'll find that you can work better because you're also tracking it. Understand that when we get started on any goal or any self-improvement on anything, there'll be 100 things that can go wrong. So mentally be prepared that it's not going to be a smooth ride. There may be storms. But I say it could be like a roller coaster ride. There'll be ups, there are downs, there are twists, there are turns. But through it all, you're enjoying the ride, the thrill of the ride. So be prepared that setbacks can occur. Get as many of your friends and family to get involved in this. Just get as many of them on board and tell them, look here, I'm trying to change my life. I'm trying to improve my life. I'm trying to up my life. Can you all help me? The other thing that many of us do is we start very well. After today's session, you may be very inspired. You may say, okay, I'm getting started. We underestimate what we can do in 10 years, but we overestimate what we can do in 1 year. So we think, okay, within 1 month, I'm going to become this wonderful person. I'm going to follow all the things that I learned today in this webinar. But sometimes you won't. So as Bill Gates says, most people overestimate what they can do in 1 year, underestimate what they can do in 10 years. So successful people will think long term. So set a long-term goal that, okay, I will, in 6 months, I'll do this. In 1 year, I'll do this. In 2 years, I'll do this. But in 3 years, I will achieve this. So strap yourself in for the long haul. Be patient. Focus on the process, not the result. And run the race as well as you can. For running the race as well as you can, you have to show up. You have to show up every day. And you have to take one step at a time. You will get there in the end. So all of these, how to change your life, the credit is, I have taken this, the reference is oberlo.com. That is the website from which I took it. I thought it was very beautiful, the kind of step-by-step process that they say in that. And I found it very useful, and so I shared it with you. Now, did all that I say resonate with you? Please unmute yourselves, everybody. And open your videos as well. Did everything I say so far, did it resonate with you? Resonate means it's the ability for you to sense the physical energy and my vibrations. So did it resonate with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. In that case, we are launching our next group coaching course on Wednesday, the 5th of July. That course is called Life Skills for 2023 and Beyond. Now, the WHO has listed in 2022 top 10 core life skills which are necessary for success in life, success in a job, for employability, etc. They say that these skills are what will make the leaders of today and tomorrow, and is what all of us require for us to lead fulfilled lives. So what are these 10 skills? Problem solving, critical thinking, effective communication skills, decision making, creative thinking, interpersonal relationship skills, self-awareness building skills, empathy, coping with stress, and coping with emotions. So in our group coaching, which is a 10-week program, we will be teaching one skill per week for 10 weeks. And our programs are usually 1.5 hours per session. It will be from 6:30 to 8 o'clock on Wednesdays. And you will be getting a mini video on that theme a few days before the main live session, so that you prime yourself. This mental priming goes on. You're primed in order to be able to receive the live session better. So that is what is the structure of this course. Who will you learn from? You'll learn from me. I've already told you, I'm a neurologist, neurosurgeon in practice. So I'll bring a lot of the mindset and brain functioning kind of the science behind all this changing the behavior. I am a rectum cancer survivor. I've overcome challenges in my life. I've been a single woman living on my own, succeeding in a man's world in profession. I have made myself with the support of so many others. So most people like to say they are self-made. None of us is self-made. Please understand that. We may consider ourselves self-made, but every one of us had thousands of people behind us who have helped us in becoming self-made. I have seen life in all its facets in my own life and in those of my patients. So that is the credibility and that is the expertise that I will bring as your teacher. Understand that each of us is unique in our own way. No two of us is completely alike. No one else has same gifts and talents that each one of us has been given. So it is our duty for us to increase these talents, increase these gifts, and use them to leverage our own uniqueness. And that is where we from Creative Karma and Be Your Best with Dr. Prithika Chary are there to help you. And I think this little video, which I'm going to share with you, illustrates the uniqueness of each one of us and how each one of us has to find our own way through life and how to increase our own uniqueness and our own gifts and leverage our uniqueness to get where we want to go. So just watch this video. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Sorry. So it shows that with single-mindedness, children can teach us a lot of lessons. How single-mindedly they go and get their toy. And they adapt all kinds of methods. Each one has their own method. So all of us are the same in our lives. Okay, each one of us is unique. Each one of us has our own way of living our lives. But we can all go and reach our goals. We can all have a unique life. We can have a happy life. We can contribute. So please sign up for our newsletter. Go to my website. Sign up for our newsletter. You'll get regular updates on all my programs. You'll also be able to access a lot of free resources. There are a lot of free mini videos. There are a lot of free ebooks. There are a lot of blogs, a lot of things that you can do. And if you're interested in joining up for our 5th July course, this will be the registration link. You can book your seat now. You can write this down, or I can put this in the chat box if you want, but I'll leave this slide on for a while. You just copy this down. And this will be the registration link. The cost of this course will be 15,000 rupees. We have already completed 3 courses like this, and we have had altogether now 26 participants who have actually undergone considerable transformation, even in a short time of 10 weeks. And Shanta here is one of the participants in more than one of my group coaching workshops. Would you like to tell them, Shanta, if it is worth joining any of our courses?
Absolutely, ma'am. Because I joined your first course of this year, and when I was undergoing a lot of stress, and it took me 80% forward.
The course name was Rebooting Your Brain for Resilience.
Yeah. Rebooting the brain for resilience. And then next I went into manifesting mindset magic, which has helped me get closer to my goal. I'm very calm in dealing with stress, and I'm very proud of what I've become from what I was. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Shanta. So if just sign up for our newsletter, we'll keep you updated. And now with this, we open up the floor for any comments, discussion, doubts, anything, questions. Please unmute yourselves and open up your videos and talk to us. What did you enjoy the session? Vanati, Leena, and Simi, we're waiting for you. It doesn't matter if there are kids.
Oh, yeah. So the one thing I like in this session is it was very crisp. Okay, so all the ups which we could easily memorize, and we can go ahead as a single point of flow. That was wonderful. And so initially I thought like how it would be like usually there'll be lots of sessions I've seen, and what could be the difference between others in this one. So the one is like in a nutshell it's given, so that's fantastic. I would say only thing you give us a hint like keep one word and go ahead with a year's time to manifest on this. So that was wonderful. Like yeah, we have to practice that even though it is a small session. Maybe in future I will be joining your other sessions based on the time.
For the next 3 months, we will be doing our Insta Lives on alternate Tuesdays and our free webinars on alternate Tuesdays.
Okay.
On 5th July, when we launch that course, that will be every Wednesday.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
For 10 weeks. Leena,
ma'am, could you repeat the Insta Live thing?
Every Tuesday, just think every Tuesday there will be a program. That's all. Insta Live at 5 p.m., webinar at 6 p.m. Leena?
Hi, ma'am. Hi. So this is a great session for overthinkers like me. So I understood. Yeah.
There are some mini videos on my website, free videos on overthinking. Go and look at them. They're
Yes.
just all 3 to 5 minute videos.
So I've all these days, I'm young, I'm just 25. So I used to spin a yarn with all the problems I have, and I don't know where to, focus and eventually miss out the good opportunities we have. So this is a great session for me. So it was kind of a boost. Yeah, thank you so much for this session, ma'am.
You go and see my website. You browse around
Yeah,
there.
sure.
You'll get a lot of value. You will get a lot of
Yes.
value, especially because my promise statement actually is, though Shanta and all of them are a little older in the group, my promise statement is actually I want to work with young adults because I feel that you guys are amazing, you're brilliant, you're capable, but you're confused.
Yes, yeah, we have the ideas.
Yeah,
but we
you're amazing. Your generation, the Gen Z and Gen Millennials, you're intelligent. You're so terribly intelligent. You're amazing. But somewhere along the way, you get confused, you get depressed, you get dejected, you give up.
Yes,
Commit
yeah,
do stupid things like drugs and suicide and alcohol and things like that. When actually you should be blossoming. You guys go
yes,
and destroy yourselves. That is why I'm very, very keen.
yeah, ma'am.
What I want, I promise, my promise statement is that I help young adults to overcome depression and failures in life using my magical mindset modification method.
Oh, that's great, ma'am.
And I can bring about change in 90 to 180 days.
Great. Yes.
So 10 weeks is actually, it's little over, just 3 months, it's little over 3 months. So you can actually bring about transformation in that time.
Sure.
Providing, of course, you implement what is taught.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
One key to we know how to handle failures, and we should know that. So
No, that's where many of you get stuck. Because you're also a very privileged generation.
Yes.
See, you all haven't seen some of the hardships we all have seen. You see, your instantaneous ability to connect with people across the world. You should have been my generation. We had to talk to Kolkata, we'll have to book a trunk call. And if you book after 9 p.m., it is half rate. So you book and you have to wait. Sometimes it will come in half an hour, sometimes it will come in 1 hour. It may even take longer sometimes. So it can be very frustrating. So we'll all be hanging around near the landline, the big double phone. We'll be sitting around that phone.
So for us, it's everything like instant noodles.
Yeah, no, and if we want to get permission, if we want to get an approval, we have to write a letter. It has to go, we'll have to put it in this thing or send a telegram. If you want to send money, we have to send money order.
Yes.
It was pretty tedious, let me tell you. And I'm so blessed. I feel very blessed that I've seen that and I've seen this.
Great.
So when I can buy something online like that, it still throws me.
Mm-hmm.
See, before to go, I have to plan one shopping expedition, plan one time, plan one day. So all of that. So you guys are very lucky. You're born into one of the most, most
happening stages, happening eras,
evolving times of the world. So you have to you must make full use of it. And that is why I feel very bad when some of you give up. You screw up your own lives. That's why I put those 2 slides first.
Yes.
See, 90% of the issue is, even if you can't up and improve your life, don't screw it up.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
And don't give up.
Yes.
Don't give up on life. That is the message that I want to give to people of your age.
Yes, we actually lack motivation and patience.
Yeah, I say that your generation suffers from 3 very important illnesses. Speed thrill. You want instant gratification of everything. Okay. Speed thrill. Achiever fever. You want to go from step 1 to step 10 straight away without going to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then you have the more syndrome. I have this, I want more. I have this, I want more. You must use that more. No, you must use that more for wanting more for yourself in life.
Yes, ma'am.
Rather than more of material things, more of those things, more of becoming you.
Yes.
So we can divert that tendency in you into a positive way of using.
Sure.
So that is what I will be doing. So please keep track with us, keep in touch with us, follow me on Insta Live and all that. And somehow or other you will get to know about whatever we do.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much for the session.
Thank you very much for logging in from Germany. Thank you.
Thank you.
Simi, can I hear from you? And then we'll close the session. Yeah. Can't hear you. You unmute yourself.
Okay. Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
Expressing the same as before. It's good for me because even I am an overthinker and stress, anxiety, everything is there. So that
no, all of us have that. We just think that we have to live with it. We can let it go. We can overcome it. We have a choice, always have a choice. You just think you don't have a choice.
Yeah. It was a nice session, ma'am.
Okay. I'm glad you all enjoyed it.
Ma'am, can I say something?
Sure, Shanta, sure.
I've been sort of stalking you in inverted commas, and I've come on to so many of your courses. I'm truly amazed at the slides you put up, each different from each of the courses. I've gained so much of knowledge. So how much of effort goes into it can be seen in the slides you put up, ma'am. It's really inspirational.
Thank you. Thank you for that. See, I like to make it simple because what we do is actually happiness is simple. Yes. We complicate it.
True, ma'am.
So just be open, be happy, love your life, be in the process. Don't worry about the outcome. Just enjoy the process of it. So best of luck to all of you.
Thank you, ma'am.
There'll be an Insta Live next week, next Tuesday. So those of you who want to join, that is, I think, on information versus transformation. So many sessions that you attend from many people, you will get a lot of information. But from that information, do you get transformation? So it's something to think about. Whereas in our courses, we always insist that even if, like I told you, even my one-to-one coaching, that client, within 2 weeks, he is waking up at 6:30 instead of 8:30. That's a transformation. And it's happened in 2 weeks. So that is what we have to do. It's not enough to just simply impart information. Because it will go in through 1 year, then go out through the other. You have to implement, you have to experience it, you have to understand its worth by doing it. And then it becomes part of you.
I'm an example, ma'am.
Yes, you are. So thank you very much, everybody. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
I'm going to wind down now. You can leave if you want. And enjoy your kids. All of you have nice kids, I see.